All right. Let's see if everything's running properly before I start talking, because usually Jesse has been going live, but not really. Okay. Everything looks good. All right. This is called Ranting to Al. Who is Al? Algorithm, which that's basically it. I'm ranting to algorithm. Um, what we doing? So there's a couple things that I've been meaning to rant about, and I just haven't really been good. But since today is an off day of mine, and I'm gonna get to as many as I can before, because I'm also doing a podcast, probably some of the same topics, but this is more to do you care for the other ones. But um, let's go. All right. So, Mr. Algorithm, we gonna have a talk. First thing I want to get out the way. Let's get out this All Star game. Um, a very very lackluster All Star game, as anybody would really think of it. Like, if anything, you're watching it just for. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've stopped watching it for the All Star, for the actual basketball. I've only watched it for the Saturdays, for the slam dunk. Honestly, the slam dunk contest and the 3 point shootout. Now, as far as the 3 point shootout goes, that's always competitive, because I feel like in this era, people shoot more. So obviously, you're going to see better shooters, and some of the best shooters are out there is going to show you the best shooters. Now, I feel like they don't mind. Here's the funny part about this when it comes to the dunk contest. The shooters don't really mind, because it's just like it's your on or off today. That's the one thing about shooting. It's just either you're with it or you're not. So, and if you really watch that game, it was very close. Everybody, like, you losing. I think the lowest was like Donovan Mitchell. He had like 20, but most of the, like, four people had like 26. So, and then one had 25. I think Laurie Markkinen had 25, and someone else had like 24 or something like that. So it wasn't even like one was really blowing each other out. They had to do a tiebreaker to see who's going to move on. And then they had to get another for the last three, which Dame Lillard, who I picked, was going to win that, because it was like game time, Dame time. Come on, man, my man. he scared me. He scared me at the last moment, though, because I thought he was going to choke it out. I really thought Dame Lillard was going to choke that out, but he came through, and he basically won. If I was a betting man, I would definitely want money on that. Now let's just get where everybody was from, because everybody doesn't like All Star Weekend. I watched that celebrity game. This celebrity game was actually kind of competitive if you was really looking at it. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I knew who, like, there was there's a couple celebrities I know. Like, I know who Cassinet was. I didn't know Cassinet could play ball or not, but he was barely there, and he all 5 foot of him was there. Uh, I'm not even making a joke, but Michael Parsons, as a Cowboy fan, watching Michael Parsons just ball hog and just throw it up, it was like, God damn. And Pakua, I believe that was his name, Pakua. That boy got some bunnies on him. That man was throwing. He was throwing dunk contest dunks. Seriously, he had some tomahawks on him. Um, and that one was actually really competitive too. And shout out to Shannon Sharp. He put up a team that was trying to win and all that. And he did. Jennifer husband. I don't know why I always say husband. Anytime when I say Jennifer Hudson, I say Jennifer husband. But Jennifer Hudson, I don't know why she was out there, because I don't know if she could ball or not. But they always get people who's just like, give me like, huh. Um, but I knew the football players and the WNBA players was going to show out, and they did. And like I said, it was actually pretty competitive. Sir impressed me. I didn't know Sir could ball. That man was grabbing rebounds too. But Michael Parsons, I felt like he had to bring home something after us choking in the finals. But shout out to my boy Michael Parsons. As a Cowboys fan, it was good seeing you out there. Um, And let's go for the Super Bowl next time we up there. But as far as the dunk contest, okay, I understand like people not wanting to see, back in the days to bet some of your favorite dunkers was actually in there, like your Vince Carter's, your Michael Jordan's, your Dominic people who was known for dunking was in there. And Zion, people get mad because LeBron wasn't in there, or in this generation you got. I mean, I don't know if Zion is hurt. Zion may be and maybe not hurt. I don't know, but motherfucking Ja was hurt, so you really didn't know who these people are except for Matt McClung because he won it last year and he's actually can dunk and he actually done some dunks. That boy Jamie Jaime Jaquez or something like that. Um, look like Juan Wick. I think they call him Juan Wick. Because if you put a suit on, you look like Juan Wick, Opie Toppin's little brother, which is like, which is to be the joke I had. But you have to see this movie. It was about car salesman, and it's like you had Bo Bryce's little brother, and that's what, I didn't even know Opie Toppin had a brother, but he had a little brother that was on there, and then Jada Brown, who in my opinion did the worst. And I don't know, and I feel like they only put him through because he was a celebrity. I mean, not a celebrity, but he was the most known person out there. But his dunks was the worst out of all of them. I don't know how the fuck he got to the next round, other than the fact that his name is Jalen Brown, and they probably needed someone that is because he is the most paid athlete in the NBA right now. So props to him until even getting out there. First off, and look, I'm gonna just say this because everybody talk about how the dunk contest was ass, and it was ass, except for Matt McClung. But Matt McClung was doing dunks he was doing last year. That shows you how far we have fallen. But shout out to Mac McClung because I knew he was going to win that. For some reason, he won it last year. I was going to win it this year. Same thing I thought with Damian Lillard. But and he had this one joint where he like Mac McClung, he grabbed the ball, he let it go, and I think he dunked over Shaq, and he grabbed it again and he dunked it in, which was nice. But and then like motherfucking Jalen Brown dunked over Kai Cenat, which is like 5 foot. Like again, I'm not making fun of Kai Cenat. I'm really not, but it's just like that's not what we doing. What we do? What we doing? You got Matt McClung dunking over a 7 foot, and these people dunk. They was dumping over people with height. All right, it's not like people was like trying to. They was dunking over people like Shaq. These are jumping over where you have Jalen Brown, motherfucking Kai that. Come on, bro. Now, as far as the dunk contest, I could because a lot of people's like you need to dunk. The dunk. This is how I look at the dunk contest because the dunk contest is always like this. There's some years it's going to be whack, and then you're going to have this one dunk, and then it's always like this because people always say the dunk contest needs to go. First things first, you haven't seen every dunk so far. Like you like what more can people do unless you're pulling out props and you're trying to pull out things you've never seen before. You're pulling out props, you're pulling out things uh uh I can speak. You're trying most of the time you're doing is you're pulling out props, you're pulling out gimmicks, you're pulling out showmanships. But as far as dunks, you haven't seen every dunk. The only thing I haven't seen was someone do the between the legs twice that you could do an NBA Live 05. If anybody remember the dunk contest game in NBA Live 05, that is the only dunk I have not seen people do was between the legs twice. And that game, you could do a lot. You could do a 720, you could do a 540 off of the screen. You was doing NBA Live dunks. But I've seen everybody do that except the between the legs twice. And I think someone has the ups to do that. I just don't know who. Um, but yeah, I've noticed a pattern with the dunk contest. It's just like every some odd years, it's going to be whack, and then you're going to have 1 or 2 good years straight where it's just like everybody's like the dunk contest is back. Everybody's getting creative and just like, yo, do you know how hard it is to keep people interested in the fucking dunk contest when you have done every dunk contest under the sun? Like back in the Jordan era, if you did a windmill, yeah, that's a that man. If you was doing full circle windmills, yeah, motherfuckers is just like, oh my god. Back when I saw Vince Carter and he the first dunk and I say this all the time, Vince Carter showed out, but and reason why Vince Carter gets to talk the way he talks is he did it all in one try. All of that was in one try. And he kind of like made it up on the fly. That's what made Vince Carter so special. But the first time you saw motherfucking Vince Carter do a 360 and a windmill at the same time, and you was just like everybody, you know, like that face where you have Shaq holding the camera and shit and all that stuff. That was everybody. You like, oh my motherfucking god! But he put his arm in the rim. It was like, oh my god! Like Vince Carter was just like, and you know there was some dunkers in there too. Everybody talking about Vince Carter. Steve Francis had some dunk. T-Mac had a dunk. T-Mac didn't even want to be in there because he's like, you're going to win it. But he was like, he didn't want to do it. I don't. And then you know the Jason Richardson years where Jason Richardson was doing everything between the legs. It was like he did every dunk you could between the legs, not just forward. He did it backwards. He did it 360. He was doing it from the side. He was doing he had all that. And then you got the Aaron Gordon and the Zach LaVine. It's just like in which that's going to be going down is probably top two greatest dunk contests ever because motherfuckers was just that's where it's like your creative peak. We don't reach and I've said this before, we don't reach our creative peak with Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine. You're not going to top what some of those motherfuckers did. When Aaron Gordon had the fucking mascot fucking rotate on the motherfucking scooter and then do a dunk off of that, you're not going to top that. What are you going to do? You're not going to top Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine. So as far as dunk contests, we done peaked in. So if we're gonna be like, we need to see it go. I just think we're just gonna be going on that. We're just on a low. We're in that low area where it's just like it's gonna plateau. It's been peaked. To me, that's been peaked. Yes, Mac McClung, he did bring some excitement. Not this year, but last year. Because he was pulling out some dunks. And let's be real, you know, it's a white boy dunking. I feel like even though Jordan Kilgannon is a phenomenal dunker, he's done some wild dunks. If anybody know who Jordan Kilgannon is, like you'd be like, God damn, that motherfucker can dunk. But that's what he is. He's a professional dunker. But other than like Jordan Kilgannon dunks, it's just like you done seen everything. Like the Superman, like Dwight Howard putting the Superman and he throwing it in and all that stuff, looking very superheroic and some shit like that. And Dwight Howard, you know, shout outs to him because him being an athletic 7-footer, he like 6'10", 6'11", but we always called him 7-footer. The shit that he was doing, that shit was fucking great. But yeah, Nate Robinson, 3-time dunk contest winner and some shit like that. Him jumping over Spud Webb and some shit like that on his first try. Like shout out to Nate Robinson, 3-time slam dunk contest winner at 5'9". At 5'9", which you know that put in there. Now, I always say this, like that's a place where you can make your name. I think Nate Robinson made his name on the slam dunk contest, even though he's athletic as fuck and he could score. And like his best series was with the Chicago Bulls, and he had that phenomenal playoff run where he beat Brooklyn and took Game 1 of Miami, and he put that on his back, and people was just like, "Oh, no, you need to guard that little 5'9" motherfucker." But other than that, yeah. But as far as the All-Star game, the whole All-Star game, like I said, I stopped watching Probably when Kobe retired, because I knew, like everybody else knew, because it was getting it from that point, and people didn't really say much, but it was getting from that point where motherfuckers. I was watching motherfuckers just go into the lanes and doing stupid ass shit, like stupid ass. Now, granted, you had you had some of your fun shit because it is the All Star game. I don't expect everybody to be serious, though. Like Shaq shooting a 3-pointer, like you expect that. He was open, let him shoot that. It's the All Star game. You're not gonna bench him for that. But but yeah, like some shit like you see like people getting free ass dunks and all that other stuff. Like some stuff I'm still get impressed of, like Steph Curry just shooting from fucking half court and just swishing. And so is Dame Leonard. Dame Leonard hit 2 from half court with no problem. It's just like God, this nigga Dame is just so he was deserving to win the All Star MVP. But but like I said, other than that, because I just watched the highlights, because watching the game, you're gonna get very bored. And I'm not gonna lie, I watched it live. I did watch it live, and I was getting bored. It's because you're just letting people slide. Kobe wouldn't have did that. Kobe would have guarded your best character. Kobe would have guarded your best player. Or a lot of those people was just like where it's competitive. It's just like, oh no, I'm coming after your ass. It was like that's what the All Star game should be. It's just competitive enough to go, oh, you're not embarrassing me. It's like now the skills competition. I don't watch the skills competition because that's the most boring one. I feel like, but there's a lot of egos. I feel like they should replace that event with a 1v1. They're like first to five. I would love to see a first to five. I would love to see a first to five, a 1v1. We always talk about who will win between 1v1. Let them go 1v1. Let them have a 1v1 event. And then like put $1 million on it. I would love to see. I would love to see a 1v1 event at an All Star game. Who would you? It was like, okay, you telling me Zion and John Morant going 1-on-1 is not exciting to you? Or let's take it from the people I know. I would love to see Derrick Rose and Russell Westbrook 1v1. You think that's put the centers together? We have Jokic versus Embiid. What? Just like, can we get that? Imagine Hakeem Olajuwon versus Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in a 1v1. That should be fucking fire, right? Even if they had that, Michael Jordan versus anybody, because Jordan would have flourished in that. Oh, you think who guarded me? Who guarded me? None of y'all can go. The amount of shit talking that would have went. Kobe, you think Kobe and LeBron, the 1v1, that shit would have been epic. This is like, oh no, he can't guard me. He can't guard me. The amount of shit talking, it's just like, dang. But I know a lot of people don't want to get embarrassed, so I don't see it happening. But it would be very fun to watch that. So in conclusion, like, I know a lot of people are mad about the All Star game, as you should, really as you should. But guys, also, this is what I expect. A lot of people they're getting, and you can blame it on the AAUs. I blame it on the money. I'm blaming it on the money. They're getting paid millions and millions of dollars. It's no longer about pride. It's about profit. They're getting paid millions and millions of dollars. What do you expect? There we go. They get paid millions and millions of dollars. You think they're gonna really try hard in some way where they can? They don't even play 82 games no more. People talking about they're getting like Damian don't even play eight. Most of them don't even play eight. I can speak. Majority of the players don't even play a full 82 seasons just like they did before. And you expect these motherfuckers to just go out and show and ball out? They're complaining that they're paying that they are complaining that they had to at least play 65 games to get some of these benefits and rewards, which means you are like we have which makes them look bad and entitled. Yes, and they have to understand. Yes, we do come to see you. We want to see you play basketball. It's just like they pay their hard-earned money. The least you can do is go out there and play. I know it. Like we know how hard basketball. We niggas watch basketball. Niggas play basketball, but at the same time, come on, man. We about the working man. Jordan, Jordan at his time, and this is more or less of his competitive nature than him being a fucking billionaire because Jordan was making a global money and he was making super duper money and all that other stuff. But he wasn't the most paid player on the Bulls, but he was still getting billions and millions of dollars. That motherfucker, it, majority of his playing time, he played 82 games. Even on the Wizards, he's played at least. I think he played 82 games one season, and like he only missed a couple seasons, couple games in the other season at the time when he was on the Wizards. So even at his old age, he was still playing 82 games. And Jordan, I tell you, he was just like, I would play more and all that other stuff. He was just that competitive and then loved the game of basketball. So now you got some of these people complaining in the load management and all that other stuff. Now, granted, players are majority of our superstars, our NBA superstars, are 35 and up. If you're really looking at, they're at least 35 and up. You got LeBron, it's almost 40. If he's not 40, KD's like 35 because KD's my age. Derrick Rose, I know he's not a superstar no more, but he's 35. James Harden's about 35. Russell Westbrook about 35, 34. A lot of these people like 35, 34. So like they're in their mid 30s. The fact that they're still playing at them because right now you're supposed to like the new stars are supposed to take over like your John Morant, your Zion Williams, your Zion's, your Jalen Brown. I'm gonna throw Jalen Brunson in there because he's been balling. Get Tyrese Halliburton's. Hell, Steph like the old heads are still kind of like running the league. Steph Curry is still Steph Curry. So, which by the way, shout out to him in that 3-point contest too, because I knew he was like I think we all knew that he was not going to lose, but that white girl was shooting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, oh shit. It was like that white girl was shooting, and she was shooting from MMA range too. So that's how you know she was official. But you know what they say, shoot is shoot. But let's get off of that. And what's the next thing I wanted to rant about? Black men in dresses. let me sit up for this because I was leaning. Black men in dresses is one of those long, ongoing rants because of our history. This really goes on to our history of emasculation, and it's and how the white man every every chance they get they want to emasculate the black man. Now, I want people to understand that there this is a situation where it's more or less what do you side on because both sides are right. Okay, if you say this is comedy 101 and majority of the people who have done it, yes, you are correct. If you are on the side that's like, oh no, they're just doing it to humiliate and emasculate the black man because we just have that look of we're just threatening and they just do that to like make us laugh or if we can laugh at them, they're not as scary. You are correct as well because there are good examples on both sides of that. Like it is comedy 101 because during Shakespeare times, only men was act. There was no real female actors, so even men had to wear dresses and all that other stuff. So that's in the history. But also, you have to look at the history of slavery and how they treated the black man, and how some people they was brought up to like be fear of the black man. So what they did was they do things like cartoons or show TV shows that put black men in in a nature of buffoonery and idiocracy, to where we look like buffoons and idiots. Like that's why people have a problem with blackface, because blackface shows the worst depiction of black people. You're like, I show we hungry, I show we tired. Things to look at. And the most the most emasculating thing you can do is just put a man in a dress and have him be a woman. Yes, like I said, it's comedy 101. But and you also know that you're getting laughed at because you're a big ass man and you're in a dress. You look ridiculous because you're never playing a beautiful person. You're playing an ugly dude. So, like usually a man in a dress, you're considered ugly. Like they always represent the ugly types. That's why, like when you tell a woman you look like a man, it's more or less never flattering. It's never flattering because men are like women are the fairer creatures, and one, and two, if you telling a woman they look like a man, you just tell them they look rough. And they don't want to look rough. They want to look soft. They want to look feminine, for most part. So that's why they hate it when you say you just bring out masculine energy or some shit like that. There, look, you gotta when you look at things like that, you gotta understand it's just like, do you want to be laugh? You want people to laugh with you, and even as an entertainer, you gotta understand it's just like I want them to laugh because I'm funny. Like there's different types of laughing because I'm funny, because I'm entertaining, because I can put a smile on your face. Usually when you see dudes in the dress and all that other stuff, you're laughing at them. It's just like, um, now people are gonna ask me, have I ever worn a dress? Yes, I have, and it's funny because I don't have to admit this because one, I was a child when I did it, and two, like I don't think there was many pictures of me in a dress for you to find that. So me just saying this, it puts this on itself. And all of a sudden, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm pretty sure if anybody red pill is going to find this, and if I ever, it's like when I blow up, and they're gonna find this, they're gonna look at me funny. It's like, oh, you wore a dress, I was like, yeah, yeah, okay, all right. I would. I'm putting this out now just because all of a sudden, if pictures just alluded, oh, hey, is that nigga Mosquito Fly in the dress? It's just like, yeah. But anyway, the reason why I was wearing the dress, it was Powder Puff Day, and if anybody understand in Maryland what Powder Puff Day is, the men dress like women and women dress like men. I wore my mother's sundress. It wasn't even like I was. It was just like I wore my mother's sundress. I had a wig. I had a dress, just like a Southern belle. I had to like, and I didn't wear no makeup. I didn't wear no. I just wore my mother's dress. It's funny, and for those wondering, yes, I did have a father in my life, and he was with me my whole life. The funny part is, I didn't like the shoe. If you wonder what I wore as shoes, I had some Converse red chucks because it was a red sundress. So that was the one thing. And if you're wondering, I had like, yes, I did have my father in life, and if he probably wouldn't have made me do it. He was just like, don't do it. But he didn't know about it either. But I remember walking in because walk coming home from school, walking in the door, and the first person I see is my father and my uncle Ron. God bless his soul. And they look at me. He go, "There's something you want to tell us?" He was like, "They looked at me. There's something you want to tell us, sir?" I said, "It's school spirit week. It's Powder Puff Day." I explained. They was like, "Oh, okay." And then like I immediately took the sundress off. I think my mother knew about it. I'm not sure, but that's the one time I ever wore a dress. Like I said, I didn't even have to admit that, but I did it. But I only did it just to be, just to be the school spirit and just to be funny. Like now, if you ask me, did I feel weird in a dress? Kind of, sort of, yeah. Because I don't wear dresses, and being a man in a dress, you do feel weird. But everybody was doing it. But majority of the school was doing it, so it wasn't as bad as it's more or less like cosplay. It's like you're more or less the weirdo not doing it than you are doing it. Now during that during that time, if you're not doing it, obviously you'd be like you just didn't want to wear a dress, which is fine. So, but I remember I walked up to my teacher. You're dressed like a girl, and I busted out laughing. I don't think his vision was good, but he seen me. It was just like, and he was an old white teacher. He was just like, "You're dressed like a girl." And I just busted out laughing. One of my homegirls, he was like, "You an ugly bitch." I said, but if you want to know how I felt, it was like how I felt during it. I said I didn't feel like a woman. I didn't have no confusion. I felt like a man in a woman's dress the whole time. Felt like a man in a woman's dress. It was like not once that I was just like trying to be a character or uh, confused about my gender and all that other stuff. I just did it just to do it for entertainment purposes. And I feel like as some of our celebrities, the Eddie Murphys, the Martin Lawrence, the Tyler Perry's, people that are wore dresses, I'm pretty sure they felt weird too. I don't know how, like, I'm pretty sure, like, they felt weird doing this, but, they did it for the entertainment. They did it for the laugh. They did it to put out, like, they put out to good one, especially Tyler Perry. I know Tyler Perry gets this flack a lot of times, but he's a billionaire. It's like, it got him somewhere. It got him his own studio. It got him billions of dollars. It's like even though he's cheap. Now it's like that's not Tyler Perry's. I don't think that's Tyler Perry's doing. Matter of fact, Tyler Perry tried to kill Medea off plenty of times. And people was mad that he was trying to kill Medea, including my father. It was just like, and I had, like me and my father had this debate. He was like, that's your because my father was like, that's your main bread and butter. Medea is your main bread and butter. Why would you get rid of your main bread and butter? And I was like, because he doesn't want to be in a dress no more. Obviously, he wants to be known as Tyler Perry. He wants to be known as Medea. Like the Medea served a purpose, and I feel like, obviously he brought her back, and but I felt like he tried to kill that character off or some shit like that. I think he wanted people to see him as a more serious actor, but every time he does something serious, I don't think people take him seriously, which is just like he. Some people feel like he's better. He plays a better woman than he does a man. I think Cat Williams said that Tyler Perry plays a better woman than he does a man. Uh, I'm not going to agree with that, but because I think Mr. Deeds or Good Deeds, Tyler Perry's Good Deeds or Mr. Deeds or something like that. I thought that was a good movie. I really thought that was a good movie. I thought that was some of his better work. Um, I just him in Star Trek. I think that was good too. I think he was good at Star Trek. You just can't imagine Tyler Perry without imagining Medea, and that's the problem here. Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, yes, they have done the dress, but that's not the first roles you when you think of Martin Lawrence and think of Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy's best roles, those are not the ones. You're not going to think of Sinead. You're not going to think of the Clumps or Respucia when you think of Eddie Murphy. You're going to think of Coming to America. You're going to think of hell. You'll think of Sherman before you think of the other Clumps. You'll think of 48 Hours. You'll think of him in Saturday Night Live. You'll think Martin. You think he's going to show Martin. You think of Blue Streak. You think of Bad Boys. Like there's a lot of things you will go through before you even reach Shanae, or you will reach Respucia or Mrs. Club. Same thing with Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx has done a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of things before you get to Wanda, Wayans brothers. There's a lot of things they've done a lot of work through before you even get to white chicks. So like, and if you asked them how they felt, it's just like I was just doing it for comedy. In which, yeah, it's just like it was for comedy. Did it get you laughs? Yes, it did. Did it get you money? Yes, it did. Did he make money off of it? Yes, they did. Do you regret it? No, they don't. So a lot of this talk about men in dresses, you got to understand, especially the celebrity men's in dresses, just like both sides are right. Some people like they should even the more I know Dave Chappelle don't wear a dress and all that other stuff. The more of the story was he's just like I'm funny without the dress, and I'm pretty sure like because a lot of people bring up him being in the dress before and all that other stuff. He probably didn't feel funny, and this is that was probably his wake up. So when he got to the blue streak part, where he was just like they want to put you in the dress, he was just like he probably thought about men in tights and all that other stuff. It's just like I don't want to do it. I'm funnier in a dress. It's just like maybe that was just his breaking point because he's done it before. It's like everybody's like, oh, Dave Chappelle done it before. Robin Hood Men in Tights, and I don't think before everybody tears that down, I don't think the moral of that was that he didn't wear a dress. It's just that he just I am funnier out. I'm more funnier without the dress than I am. Just show me that I am more funnier without the dress. I don't need to depend on this dress. It's just to be funny. That I feel like that was the point of that whole speech. It's just like, yo, why do everybody has done a dress scene? Yes, but I'm funny without the dress. That's why he's Dave Chappelle, and Dave Chappelle is now in a position where he don't ever have to wear a dress because he fucked that. Cat Williams is the same thing. It's just like, don't let him put you in no dress. Eddie Griffin, don't let him put you in no dress. I'm funnier without it. Undercover, obviously, you look at Undercover Brother. You look at Cat Williams and his legacy. They never wear dresses. Brandon T. Jackson, he was funny, but they also put him in a dress, and I feel like that fucked up his career. I'm gonna be real with you. I think Big Moon's House fucked up Brandon T. Jackson's career, which is sad because he's funny because he is a funny dude. But it happens. But like I said, there's an upside and then there's a downside on the whole thing. But especially the Dave Chappelle thing, I want people to understand that. Yes, he did wear a dress, but the more of that story of him talking about the Oprah, it was just like he never said he never didn't wear a dress. He was just like, I didn't want to wear a dress because I am funnier outside. Like I'm funnier without the dress. It's like just give me something funny and like I'll show you my skills, my skill range. And I feel like that's the point he was trying to get across, not the fact that he wore a dress or not, or that it's just like I don't want to wear the dress. It's just no. So I think a lot of people get that misconstrued. Um, so now getting off of that rant and the whole thing about emasculation and all that other stuff, I've noticed a lot of people coming at Shannon Sharp now. Now, Shannon Sharp, uh, and I'm going to look at Club Shay Shay. Uh, we're gonna look at Club Shay Shay, and we're going to look at his past interviews. Um, let's see. He just did one with Desi Banks, so he is now. By the way, he is closing in the 3 million subscribers. So shout outs to Shannon Sharp on that. Let's look at some of his Let's look at some. Matter of fact, before I just realized we're going to. I'm gonna share the screen. Okay, let's look at some of the views that getting, and these are from Desi Banks, like 11K, 38K, uh, 39K. Desi Banks initially leaves Michael Jordan off. I need to look at the conspiracy theories about the Falcons because Oh no, that's a 28-3. That's the Super Bowl. Y'all just lost. Um, owns 12 houses and 18 wheel trucks. That has 278K views. Desi Banks, oh, that has 250 views. Look at that one. That was 220. Desi Banks, okay. Desi Banks, his full interview, 2.6 million views. Right? Let's look at Monique because Monique got a Monique got a couple almost millions of views off of her snippets. Shannon Sharp only dates white women. That one's almost 700. The Parkers making 2 billion, almost 500K, almost 500K. Shannon Sharp getting numbers. Let's be real. Almost 500K. That one's 600K. That one's almost a million views. 600K, 600K, 1.1 million, 2.2 million. Look at 13 million, 13 million if you just watch the full interview. Cat Williams. Let's look at Cat. I think yeah. Let's look at Cat Williams. Best of Cat Williams. This is the best of Cat Williams. Where I guess he just put the snippets on there. He made so much money off. He made so much money off. This was Usher. I didn't even see Usher shit. 74. But Shannon Sharp takes his daughter. Look at that. 350K. 400. This is half a million. This is almost half a million. That's the best of. This is. Let's look at the Usher shit. 74K, 350, 135, 66K, 150K, 150, 200, 240. I think that was the one we serenaded Kiki Palmer. The full episode of Usher, 3.3 million views for Usher. 21. Damn, he had other ones. This is with 21 Savage. 300, 364 views, and this is just these are snippets. So Shannon Sharp, he's getting these views. Let me look. 21 Savage, 3.7 million views. This is Country Wayne. Let's see. Country Wayne, 6.4 million views. And then finally we get to Cat Williams. Look how much. Look. I want y'all to understand. This is like there's nothing under 5. Okay, we got one. 86K. The lowest is 86K. As far as I say, the lowest is 86K. Everything else is it's in 100K views. Look at that. And then bam, 59 million views, 60 million views, 60 million views. This nigga Shannon Sharp. This man Shannon Sharp. He's been getting the views. Let's be getting the views. Now shout out to Shannon Sharp because I can't hate on that. I feel like it's good for black content creators, especially I know he's a celebrity, and I'm just a nigga with 68 views. I'm happy with my 68 views. I think it's a good thing that but I feel like other people he's going haters, and some of the haters are our own people. I don't want to consider them haters, but obviously it's just like he's built a platform where people are coming to, tell their truth or say their truths, as people will always say, and that Cat Williams done put people on the map, especially like comedians. So like 60 million views. Think about that. Now, he had his confrontation with Mike Epps. They done made up. I think Eddie Griffin also called him. All of them called him gay. So does Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb called him gay too. It's just like, look, I don't, I don't want to call them haters because I do respect all those comedians, but and they make money too. Not like they broke, they ain't making money. They making money. It's just like, but calling it obviously just calling that man gay, or the first thing they do is just talk about his sexuality because the nigga wear tight ass shirts and got big ass muscles and some shit. That is really weird. I consider it really weird, and it's borderline hated. Even though all y'all are talented, all y'all are talented. There's no reason. Now, I feel like that kind of comes with the territory, if especially when you're doing um, commentary, especially on comedians, and comedians is like a fraternity or some shit like that. And people got their cliques, people got their like they got their cliques, they got the people that they roll with and all that other stuff. So it's very iffy. Is very iffy sometimes. So you kind of like you kind of how can I say this? With the good comes with the bad. So, but I don't know why people are just talking about his sexuality. Like that's neither to me. That's neither the point whether he's gay or not. But it's always one of those things where I feel like where we want to hate us complete. Like Corey Holcomb called a fruit booty, and I think Corey Holcomb. I think the world of Corey Holcomb. I think that because everybody eats off of Corey Holcomb. Let's be real. Anytime on YouTube, especially black YouTubers, anytime with he puts out a video or he puts out something, uh black YouTubers eat off of Corey Holcomb. I've seen more. There's two. If there are two people black YouTubers eat off, especially when it comes to reaction videos, that people eat off of the most, it's Kevin Samuels and Corey Holcomb. So I have no hatred for Corey Holcomb, but it's just like I want to see. Honestly, I want to see them get money together and all that other stuff. But I feel like there is some type of jealous. Honestly, I think because of the way Shannon Sharp videos have been blowing up lately, there has been some type of jealousy. But I feel like that's just Cat Williams. Is like anything Cat Williams does, and people love Cat. The people love Cat. He is going to get some type of. You're going to get some type of following on it. Like Cat will make you famous, whether he's talking about you or with you. Cat will make you famous. So I don't know. I just think the Corey Holcomb talking about his sexuality is weird, and I feel like black people we should stop doing that every time. It's like we talk about people's sexuality. I think Cameron Mason's doing that as well. Uh, we got to stop doing that. We gotta really stop doing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Corey Holcomb is a grown ass man. He can do whatever the fuck he want. So and he getting money. So and I'm a still respect that man. I still got love, adoration, and respect for that man. It's like um I just think we just gotta stop doing that. It's just coming from it's just weird. I always think it's weird when just like compete. I'm the type of person that's just like, yo, compete with him on the field. All right, or where it matters, or where it matters. It's just all that other side shit. That shit don't mean nothing. Compete where it matters, on the fields, or on this YouTube, on the comedy shows. It's like, especially here, we all get money. I feel like Shannon Sharp doing this is going to be good for every black content creator because I'm seeing more and more content creators blowing up. Um, they're reacting to some people like I said, they're reacting to Corey Holcomb's videos. So obviously, Corey Holcomb has fed the black content creators, especially the black content reaction, where hell, half of them content creators, and I'm not throwing nobody under the bus, but I've seen them. It's like they don't really say much. They don't. They sit there, they watch the video, and it's just whatever. Um, hell, I'm about to. This is after this is done. I still got to do a reaction video that I was supposed to do. So, I told myself I'm making content. I'm making content for myself today, and I got to put myself out there as well. It's just like, but this is not going to be off of. Oh yeah, Kendra G too. Kendra G is like the gift that keeps on giving when it comes to content, and that's going to be my next video. So this is so as far as this, I think I'm done ranting to algorithm. Um, hope if y'all don't stay for this long, God bless you. I you know hope to if this is something you would like to see me do more of ranting to Al, get my opinions on things. Leave a comment under the uh, leave me a comment to then. My name is Mosquito Fly, and I'm out. Peace. Also, don't expect this a lot. This is just I was just backed up on a lot of topics. I just wanted to get this done.